Hi, welcome to another Labnote session. In this session, we are going to discuss DMVPN Phases. Here is our topology with the hub and spoke routers. We will configure DMVPN between these routers. So in last session, DMVPN phase 1, we have configured mGRE points from hub, and the spokes were making GRE tunnel with the destination. So basically it's pointing to a destination. So here what we are doing, we will configure GRE multi-point endpoints at spoke side. So what happens when in phase 1 there is a limitation. When spoke 1 wants to reach spoke 2, it has to go through hub. So if the traffic is more, it's a overload for the hub. So if we can reach spokes, let it be spoke 2 directly, rather going to hub and going next hop as to spoke. So that's what phase 2, we can go to the spokes directly with help of NHRP. So it actually creating instant tunnel with use of NHRP. So let's check what is the configuration required for that. So let's go to our topology and we'll bring up the lab. We are at hub now. This is the initial IP address assigned for hub 1. So I'm going to configure a tunnel interface with the IP address 172.16.1.3/24, and tunnel source will be fast Ethernet 0/0, and tunnel mode will be GRE multi-point. Then tunnel key, which is a security 12345. okay. Then IP NHRP network ID 12345. Then IP NHRP. I'm going to configure authentication, which is DMVPN IP NHRP. I'll map multicast, dynamic. So this is the hub configuration. Let's go to the spoke router. Interface tunnel 0. I'll show you what is the initial IP address. I just assigned IP address there. So I'm going to configure 172.1.24 at R1's tunnel, which is spoke 1's tunnel, and tunnel source will be my NBMA address, which is 1111. Then in phase 1 we have mentioned tunnel destination. So in phase 2 we'll not mention that, but what we are going to do is we'll tell tunnel mode GRE multi-point. So this is the main difference between phase 1 and phase 2. Now let's configure tunnel key 12345. Then IP NHRP network ID 12345. IP NHRP NHS next hop server is 172.16.1.3, and we need to map that NHS. So map 172.16.1.3 can be reached via this NBMA address, and NHRP authentication I'm going to use DMVPN. Yep, so we are done for spoke 1. Let's go to spoke 2. enable config T interface tunnel 0 IP address 172.16.1.2/24. Similarly, tunnel source will be 2.2.2.2. Tunnel destination will be no destination. Tunnel mode GRE multi-point, and tunnel key 12345 IP NHRP network ID 12345 IP NHRP NHS 172.16.1.3 is the hub's tunnel IP. IP NHRP NHS, we need to map this. Map 172.16.1.3 can be reached at this NBM address. Then IP NHRP authentication DMVPN. Yeah, here we go. Show DMVPN. Yes, we have static neighbor. Show DMVPN. So what we have configured right now is DMVPN phase 2. So there is a limitation. We have overcome the limitation of phase 1 by converting to multi-point GRE tunnel, but let's test whether it is working or what. So I'll be going to any of the spoke router. We'll choose spoke 1, trace route 172.16.1.2, and so what we can see is it's first going to the hub, then it reached the spoke. That is because it's collecting the NHRP details. So once it has the detail, it will not go to the hub, it will go direct to the spoke. So this is the benefit we have right now by using DMVPN phase 2. So in DMVPN phase 2 we have we have some other limitation, basically summary address. What we are doing, we will convert this to phase 3. So for that, first we need to go to the hub, interface tunnel 0. The command to convert to phase 3 is IP NHRP redirect. And similarly on spoke we need to go to tunnel 0, then tell that NHRP shortcuts. So let's do the same configuration on other spoke also. Interface tunnel 0, the command is NHRP shortcut. So what we get here while doing it actually change, like in phase 3 what happens in the routing table, it gives a NHRP route, as well as it gives a overwritten route. So let's say there is a summary route going for the subnet, which is after this hub. It's we are running a EIGRP or something, and we are receiving a summary route from the hub, and the spoke is in that scenario what happens, it gets NHRP route as well as a overwritten route. So that is how the phase 3 works. So the main difference these are, compared to phase 1, we have converted to multi-point GRE, and in phase 3 this is the difference. It may